Hey, what are you doing? You're supposed to be up here. You're supposed to review the next Faerie Tale Theater.
No, dude. I'm not coming up there to do another Faerie Tale Theater review to an episode I don't even like. Which one are we doing again?
We're doing Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh. Well, I still want to do the Three Little Pigs. Why do we gotta do them in order?
Dude, I'm not doing this again. I went out of order for the Friday the 13th movies. We're doing the Faerie Tale Theaters in order. We will get to the Three Little Pigs.
I know that, but it doesn't have to be in order. Let's do the Three Little Pigs. Let me look at the girl pig at least. She was fine as hell. Jeff Goldblum was so freaking funny. Do the Three Little Pigs.
Dude, seriously. We'll get there when we get there. And also, knock it off with the freaking obsession with the girl pig. Tell you what. Come up, review Jack and the Beanstalk with me. I'll give you a cookie.
A cookie? Okay. I'll do it for a cookie. Chocolate chip. Who am I kidding? I'll eat any cookie. I like cookies.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay? So just get your ass up here. You'll have a cookie. God. Woman! Go make some cookies!
I'm sorry, what was that?
I stutter. I am the man around here, and I spoke, and I'm going to tell you again what I said. I said I'm going to make some cookies. Would you like one?
I would love one, thanks.
That's right. I'm the man around here. I say what I'm going to be doing.
You're gonna make cookies or what?
I'm doing it, God! Movies.
Credits.
Intro.
Plop.
Kids.
Fight.
Rip off. Hi, Davey. I'm awesome. This is Josh, Film Bestie.
Let's get this over with.
This is our Brothers Not Lovers episode review, where we've been reviewing the episodes of the Faerie Tale Theater, a show we loved as kids.
But not all the episodes were loved.
No, some were okay, some were eh. One was god awful.
Ugh.
We don't talk about that no more. And then some were great. For example, this one. This episode came out in 1983. It was directed by Lamont Johnson and written by Mark Curtis and Rod Ash. Produced by Shelley Duvall and Jonathan T. Taplin, Fred Fuchs, and Bridget Terry. Made by Razzmatazz Entertainment, Platypus Productions, and Lionsgate, and Gaylord Entertainment, and distributed by Showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack and the Beanstalk.
Ooh.
Like always, it opens with Shelley Duvall, the host of the show, giving us an introduction.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Shelley Duvall.
Rest in peace.
And after our introduction, we see Jack and his mother. His mother, played by Katherine Hellman.
Love me some Mona.
Okay,
Who'd they cast her as?
Jack's mother. Jack's mother is despondent about their situation in life. They have little food, no money, and their cow, named Spot, is dried up.
So the cow gets a name, but she doesn't?
But Jack says he'll fix the cow.
Old Spot will be giving milk before you can say utter delight.
I like this guy.
You would.
Jack's mother goes into how hard it's been since his father died. She can't remember what happened, just that it was horrible.
What was so horrible?
I don't know, maybe that backdrop behind you. He saw it and killed himself.
I'm sure Tony Danza had something to do with it.
Hey, you watch it. He's the boss. The only thing she can tell Jack about his father is that he was noble and good.
Do you mind if I ask one more question about Father?
She minds. Jack, the next morning, cannot get milk out of the cow. So his mother tells him that he needs to go sell her.
And don't you get any less than $10, do you hear me?
Dude, that's not a real cow. All these years, and this is the first time I noticed it. I'm sure he can get more for the, 2 actors inside. Man, how could they deceive us like this?
As Jack is taking the cow to be sold, but trying to think of a way not to sell it, out comes a strange little man.
Yeah, but what's his character's name?
Strange little man.
That's how he's casted?
Yeah. And he is played by Mark Blankfield. Rest in peace.
Man, how did he know they were going to be there?
Guessing? He guessed they might be coming? The strange little man wants the cow, and Jack wants $30 for the cow. But the strange little man instead offers 5 beans.
Dang it!
5 measly beans in exchange for this wonderful cow?
Yeah, that's a person in there.
Yeah, you can get 6 beans.
Of course, Jack refuses.
Eat his magic beans!
Now he's interested.
Of course he's interested. For these beans hold the key to the greatest treasure in all the land.
Oh.
May I keep them?
No, Bestie. I think we should honor the review's wishes.
Of course.
You say that I can bring them back if they don't work. Absolutely!
Well, if you can't trust a strange little man, then who can you trust?
You've got a deal.
Dumbass.
When Jack gets home, he tells his mother.
Where were your brains?
Mona's so pretty when she's angry. Man, she's pissed.
So Jack was sent to bed without any supper.
Well, to be fair, thanks to Jack, she didn't get any supper either. And it's called dinner. But as it turns out, they were magic. They grow into a giant beanstalk that reaches all the way to the clouds.
Oh, dude. I remember this time I got some magic beans once. It's crazy.
Yeah? How big was that beanstalk?
Well, actually, it was a little kid's ladder at the YMCA. I was tripping balls. Oh, man, it took Dad forever to find me in jail.
Worst Easter ever. When Jack reaches the top, he sees a lady fairy.
She's pretty.
Who is also played by Mark Blankfield.
I said what I said. Shut up.
The fairy explains to him that the kingdom in the clouds is ruled by an evil giant.
All who live here live in fear for their lives.
The giant gives them all the vapors.
I do declare.
Despite this warning, Jack is hungry, so he goes over to the castle. So he can be hungry and dead.
Well, you're nothing but a boy. What are you doing here?
The giantess is played by the late Jean Stapleton. Rest in peace. At first, she tells him to leave because the giant eats little boys. But he insists he's hungry, so she agrees to feed him, but first he's got to do some chores.
Come on, he's not afraid of Archie Bunker. He faced Tim Curry as a clown.
Just then they hear the giant, so she hides him in the broom closet.
She better still feed him. He worked hard for that meal. At least make him a sandwich, Edith.
And then we meet the giant.
I smell the blood of an Englishman!
Played by Elliot Gould.
Hey, that's Ross's dad.
We'll try to keep the Friends references to a minimum. After the giantess convinces him all he was smelling was the moose stew she was making for dinner.
Smells like taco salad.
That's what we're making for dinner. The giant eats his stew, then falls asleep while counting his gold. So while he's asleep, Jack takes his opportunity to steal the bag of gold.
Oh man, this is so messed up.
Let me guess. You're rooting for the giant?
Well, it's a little bit, but I'm mostly just, perplexed. He didn't even get his meal.
The giant awakes and sees that his gold has been stolen.
I'm gonna rip off his arms and drink his legs!
drink his legs?
That's a great idea.
The giantess suggests that maybe he ate it.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I imagine he doesn't think of a lot of things.
Yeah, like how to hide his daughter's pictures properly so they don't get rained on.
Apparently all he can ever think about is the story of his son being born. When Jack gets home, he shows his mother the gold that he took and tells her of his adventures. They are saved. But unfortunately,
Jack and his mother were no different than anybody else, and the money went quickly.
this seems to be what happens when you give poor people money.
Especially our parents.
But Jack says he could just go back up the beanstalk and get more.
No, that's too dangerous.
Listen to her, Jackie. Mona's the boss.
Well, he doesn't. Jack goes back up to the beanstalk, and the fairy is there again, and Jack tells the fairy he's going back to the castle to get more.
Well, I suppose that's fair, since how everything there belongs to you anyway.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, it thickens. She still owes him a sandwich.
The fairy, though, gives him a disguise and sends him along.
Hey, who the hell is that?
It's Jack.
They were casting him in the middle of the episode?
Really, dude?
I'm just saying. Who are you? Where's Davy? Davy! Davy, hurry! There's some whack job out here with... Oh, Davy. It's you. There was another guy sitting there. He was really scary looking. And fat. Oh, God. So they recast him.
Funny enough, this disguise works.
The last boy didn't have those stupid glasses and that fake mustache.
Giants are dumb.
Obviously.
Once again, he does some chores for some food. And once again, the giant comes home, and once again, he has to hide.
And once again, he's sandwich free. Just go to Subway, man.
Oh, go somewhere good.
I like Subway.
You would. And once again,
Fee, fi, fo, fun.
that happens a lot.
Yeah, I say it every time I get out of the shower.
This time, after he eats, she brings out his hen, as he calls it, that lays golden eggs. So naturally, he falls asleep and Jack takes the hen. Good thing he can't take your Porsche, though.
Yeah.
You already gave that to Monica.
I like your Seinfeld references.
Jack takes the hen to his mother, who is thrilled, even though the hen is pretty mouthy.
Don't give me that face!
For some reason, this part used to make him and I laugh a lot when we were kids.
Dude, I know that hen. That's the same one from The View. You know the one that used to date Ted Danson?
But Jack feels he needs to go back up to the beanstalk one more time. But this time, halfway up, he stops to rest.
Good morning, Jack!
Used to bug our parents, but we used to say that all the frickin' time.
Yeah.
Didn't matter if it made sense. We'd also quote this. The fairy tells Jack a story of a man who was good at giving.
What a loser.
But the giant came and killed him and stole all his possessions.
Cool.
The only ones that survived were the man's wife and his infant son.
That man was your father.
We already figured that out.
Dude, that is a bigger bombshell than Vader. Father? I had no idea.
So once again, he goes back to the castle. The giantess lets him in. Once again, the giant is coming, so she hides Jack.
She's gonna cook him?
No.
Crap.
The giantess leaves to go get something for dinner. So, the giant is left there with his harp.
Play happy song.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Jack, of course, is gonna take the harp. You!
Joey!
Of course, the giant chases after Jack. Because no one takes advantage of the Gellers. As Jack is chopping at the beanstalk, the giant falls. And the beanstalk vanishes.
And that's when he yells, "Boy!"
That's the other Jack and the Beanstalk we reviewed.
Alright, and this one he yells, "Phoebe!"
That was Monster Squad.
I know he didn't give a rat's ass about Rachel. What did he say?
Nothing. He just died.
Aw.
Once Jack's mother sees the harp...
I remember now.
A little late, don't you think? The strange little man comes back and unveils that he was also the fairy, and even gives back the cow. He said this was all done to get Jack up there to avenge his father and take back what was rightfully his. So now Jack is happy. He has his cow back.
And some steak. It's people.
And so Jack and his mother moved back into the castle.
How? The beanstalk is gone.
Together they lived happily and prospered for the rest of their lives.
So there you have it. That's the Faerie Tale Theater, Jack and the Beanstalk. Not the best version of Jack and the Beanstalk I've ever seen. Mainly because it cannot compare with that craziness. But still a very good one. Like I mentioned in the review, this was one that we used to impersonate all the time.
Yeah.
We'd walk around all the time just randomly going, "Good morning, Jack!" Or, "Hmm." And it used to drive our parents nuts. Then again, that was their fault. They're the ones that rented the video.
Bring me my hen. Now I say, bring me Christina Pickles.
You know what's funny, though, is until I did this review, I never realized that that was Elliot Gould.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't look anything like himself in that. They did a good job at disguising him.
I still want to know who played the cow. It might have been Justin Timberlake. You don't know?
It wasn't. They had it casted. It was just some actor. And ultimately it did have Mark Blakefield. I know that to most people that's not a big deal. But when you're a fan of Men in Tights like him and I, that is a big, big deal.
Men in Tights, Dracula Dead and Loving It. He was Max in that show with Mark Wahlberg.
Saved by the Bell did not have Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark?
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Oh, Zach Morris is trash. Gotcha.
Yeah. And it had Mona from Who's the Boss.
Mona wasn't in Saved by the Bell, stupid.
This episode had Mona from Who's the Boss.
Oh, right. Yeah, it did.
Which was also a show we liked growing up.
Alyssa Milano. Big childhood crush.
Until she grew up and started suing everybody over every little thing.
Dude, don't make her come after us. I love you, Alyssa. I'm not a part of this.
Go ahead. What are you going to get from me? You see my budget? To me, this was a very good telling of Jack and the Beanstalk. Not to mention, not going to lie to you, with the last several episodes, they ranged from okay to kind of lackluster. It was nice that this one kind of picked things back up.
Yeah.
Like, the Frog Prince was great. Then it went into Rumpelstiltskin. Not my favorite telling of it at all. Went into Rapunzel, which was okay. Went into the one we don't talk about. And then went into Sleeping Beauty, which was okay. And then it goes to this one. This one's really good. I wouldn't say it's my favorite or even one of my favorites, but it's a good episode.
But the next one is our favorite, Three Little Pigs.
Dude, stop mentioning it every time. We will get there when we get there.
What's the next one?
Little Red Riding Hood.
I don't like that one.
Yeah. But as far as this one goes, I definitely recommend this episode. It's fun. It gives you lots to quote. And if you're like me and him, you can sit around with your friends and make a bunch of Friends and Men in Tights references. It's fun.
Making Friends references with friends.
So there you have it. That's our review of Faerie Tale Theater, Jack and the Beanstalk. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications for when I post new videos. And leave a comment so I can respond to in my next Comment Corner. If you saw the Jack and the Beanstalk episode, tell us what you thought of it. Tell us your favorite episode of the Faerie Tale Theater. Love you guys.